Manila Harbor teems with American warships, a stark symbol of conquest dominating the seascape. From the shore, Filipino flags flutter defiantly, a vibrant challenge against the imposing invaders. The air crackles with unspoken tension, a palpable sense of impending conflict hanging heavy. A visual clash of power and resistance defines the horizon, flags against steel. The harbor, a stage for silent defiance, mirrors the brewing storm of national pride and foreign dominance. Every ripple in the water echoes the unspoken question of what tomorrow will bring. Sunlight floods Malacañang Palace, casting a hopeful glow on the faces of the Filipino Revolutionary Council. Emilio Aguinaldo stands tall, his presence commanding the room. His voice rings with conviction. Our hard-won independence is a testament to our people's courage and resolve, Aguinaldo declares. He speaks of forging a peaceful relationship with the Americans, a new era on the horizon. The council members listen intently, their expressions a mix of hope and cautious optimism. Inside the Senate, cigar smoke hangs heavy as senators clash over the Philippines' fate. Whispers turn to heated arguments, the room buzzing with tension. Senator Lodge rises, his voice strong. We must seize this opportunity, he argues with conviction. The Philippines offer immense economic and strategic advantages. Senator Hoare retorts, but at what cost? Can we justify subjugating another people? The senators continue to debate, the future of a nation hanging in the balance. On the San Juan Bridge, the night air crackles with tension as American and Filipino soldiers stand off, weapons raised. The silence shatters. A single shot ignites a raging inferno of gunfire that sweeps across the bridge. Explosions rock the bridge, the thunderous sound amplifying the chaos and terror. Close up on the faces of young soldiers, both American and Filipino, their expressions etched with fear. They are caught in a devastating crossfire, the tragic human cost of war laid bare. American soldiers march through the Philippine village, their faces grim, the air thick with smoke and the stench of destruction. Smoldering ruins mark what was once a vibrant village. Now, only echoes of life remain. Under harsh orders, soldiers destroy crops, the villagers watching with hollow eyes. Civilians, their faces etched with despair and resentment, are forced towards concentration camps. The heart of the village is broken as families are torn apart, their homes reduced to ash. A lone dog barks in the distance, its mournful cry a lament for the lost village. Inside the dimly lit military camp, shadows dance on canvas walls, illuminated by a solitary lantern's weak glow. Private Miller, young and burdened, hunches over a desk, his brow furrowed in intense concentration. His hand trembles as he pens a letter, words of horror and moral conflict flowing from his pen. He writes of the unspeakable, his conscience a battlefield mirroring the war outside. A furtive glance reveals his anxiety, the weight of his secret heavy on his young shoulders. He hides the letter beneath a loose floorboard, concealing his truth in the heart of the camp. The jungle air is thick with humidity, as gunfire erupts between Filipino guerrillas and American troops. Under the command of General Luna, Filipinos fight from the dense jungle, outmatched in firepower. Sweat glistens on Luna's brow as he surveys the battlefield, his expression a mix of determination and concern. The chaotic sounds of battle fill the air. Luna raises his voice above the din, a rallying cry escaping his lips. Libertad! Luna shouts, his voice echoing through the dense jungle. The guerrilla camp is dimly lit, thick with the sense of damp earth and wood smoke. Shadows dancing on worried faces, crude wooden tables and benches fill the space, a testament to resilience amid hardship. A map of the Philippines reveals troop movements, each mark a silent plea for liberation. Filipino leaders huddle, their hushed voices weaving strategies under the flickering lamplight. In the concentration camp, Filipino civilians huddle, disease and starvation etched on their faces. A mother gently cradles her sick child, her eyes reflecting utter despair in the squalid conditions. Hopelessness permeates the air as the weight of their grim reality bears down on them. American guards stand watch, their expressions hardened, observing the suffering before them. The scene unfolds, a stark tableau of human suffering under the impassive gaze of armed guards. In the bustling newspaper office, an editor reviews dispatches from the Philippines, the weight of responsibility etched on his face. His thick blue pencil slashes through vivid descriptions of violence, sanitizing the brutal reality with cold precision. Headlines scream, "Pacification efforts continue," a stark contrast to the grim truths hidden within the reports. Another headline declares, "Progress in the Philippines," a carefully constructed illusion of peace and order. Discarded drafts hint at the true horrors, stark reminders of the stories that will never reach the public eye. The rosy picture painted for the masses belies the brutal reality, a calculated deception masking the truth. In the dim study, Mark Twain is a silhouette against towering bookshelves, the air heavy with old paper and simmering anger. Lamplight etches deep lines in his face as he hunches over his desk, a storm of fury brewing within. The frantic scratching of his pen fills the room, each stroke a lash against injustice. Words become weapons, daggers aimed at the heart of American imperialism. His condemnation of war echoes in the silent room, a stark betrayal etched in every line. Ink bleeds onto the page, a testament to his outrage and profound disappointment. The battlefield roars with gunfire. The air is thick with gunpowder. Filipino soldiers clash against the relentless American advance. Outnumbered but unbowed, they wield bolos and rifles, their faces set with grim resolve amidst the chaos. General Luna, a beacon of defiance, rallies his men, his voice a roar against the din of battle. A hail of bullets finds its mark. General Luna falls, a martyr amidst the carnage, his sacrifice echoing across the field. In his office, President Roosevelt stands, a triumphant glint in his eyes, ready to address the nation. His voice booms, declaring the war over and victory for the United States, a moment of intense pride. Roosevelt appears indifferent to the distant cries of resistance, his focus solely on America's triumph. Behind him, the American flag stands as a silent witness to his declaration, a symbol of power and victory. In a Philippine cemetery, a historian stands, her face etched with solemnity before a war memorial. Her gaze lingers on the names carved in stone, each a ghost of a forgotten tragedy. Lost in thought, she contemplates the enduring, painful legacy of empire and war. Endless rows of graves stretch into the distance, a silent, haunting testament to human cost.